Well, I'm going to tell you something that's really funny. You mentioned homework. When I got out of Catholic school, you had a certain time period to do homework, so I was pretty much trained.
Okay.
You had I think you had like a 5 to 6:30 was homework, and then you ate dinner, or you ate dinner and did homework. Don't quote me on this. I don't know exactly what the thing was. So I went to 6th grade in North Bergen, and in those days, since I had been brutalized to do homework between a certain hour, I would do homework at night before I went to bed.
Just because, fuck them. Fuck the nuns.
Fuck the nuns.
Yeah.
But then, when I got left back, I always did my homework first and got it over with. Even those years I was at North Bergen and my mom had died and I would do acid with those guys after school, if I had a project, I would go to school early and do homework at school. Just go to the cafeteria, sit there by myself. I wouldn't even go to study, because then people would see me. You know, if Lee got out of school, I think it was 2:38, and the last class went till 2:34. I used to go to school at 7, but I'd get out at 12:15 every day, because I was part of the CIE work-study program. So you got 15 credits to work.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Getting out at noon every day?
Yeah. So sometimes I would just call the lumberyard and go, I'm not going to be there till 3. I knew I was going to do acid that night. So right at 12:15, I'd get my books and I'd run to the cafeteria or somewhere that nobody could see me, and I'd do my fucking homework. And I'd just leave it in the locker. That's how organized I got. Even just getting the fact of getting left back, I never procrastinated with schoolwork again. Even when I enrolled later on at Colorado Mountain College and I started going to CU at night and all that shit, I never procrastinated homework, and it still sticks with me today. Like, this podcast sheet gets prepped Sunday.
For the whole week?
Yeah, except for the names for the shout-outs.
Wow.
Okay, everything gets programmed because I like my homework. You got to have homework.
And just get it done.
And listen, you have a chance. When you got to do something, do it and get it over with.
Yeah.
And I didn't learn that from fucking nobody. You know what I learned that on? Sanford and Son. Fred Sanford told Lamont one time, when you got to do something, do it and get it over with. That's why I call it work. It's not easy. They call it work. They call all this shit work for a reason.
Do you ever... It's been going crazy in my mind. It's work. I was pretty lucky in school. I would do the homework, but for tests and for all that stuff, really, I would study a little bit maybe, but I could pretty much do nothing and get a B. And I really think it fucked with me. I think it hurt me in life. Because, and it's not like my parents were saying like, "Oh, you're the best." I'm sure they did that a little bit, but I honestly think me not having to put the work in back then has really held me back in work. Because I still sometimes take a long time to get started, or I'll put something off. If I know I have until 3 o'clock on Thursday, I'll wait until 1:30 on Thursday, rather than finishing it on Monday for no reason.
It'll take me a few days to get started and stuff, but in the meantime, I'll make notes. And that's the excuse I'll give myself. So I'll make notes. At least so when I sit down, I can start doing whatever the fuck I gotta do. Taking care of the shit in front of you is so important. Being on top of your schedule is so important. And I can tell you this, from not having a schedule to being on top of it, it's two different fucking worlds. Sometimes it's too creepy. Like, it's too creepy because you're held too much to your schedule. But it's not bad in a way, because it makes you be more productive with your day.
Well, I would imagine if you're going from no schedule to a schedule, you might overshoot a little bit and then just have to dial it back. So we're like a happy medium between being scheduled and then having some free time.
I try to break everything into 2-hour chunks.
Okay.
I'll write for 2 hours. I'll do business for 2 hours. I'll go to jiu-jitsu for 2 hours. I'll come back and write for 2 hours. Then I'll talk to my wife for an hour, see what's going on with the house, look at the mail with her, talk to her about this or that. You know, you have to keep evolving. I can't sit at one place for that long. I know when I sit down in the morning what I got to do on the computer, and there's times I'm doing 4 fucking things at once. That's the beauty of the computer. I could be answering emails on Facebook, sending emails on Hotmail, twitting a bitch, and fucking answering Gmails.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's so weird. That's how and a notebook in front of me with the earphones on, listening to music. And the notebook has jokes, but the other notebook is the people I got to contact and why. And then on the back of that page, I write that I contacted them with a result and what happened. This is all at once. So I'm juggling 6 fucking things. I'm on Facebook writing Suck My Dick, it's Wednesday. Then I'm on YouTube blasting a song. Then I go over to fucking Hotmail. I answer this fucking Momo. Then I go over to Twitter and write that out and answer 3 people there. And then from there, I take that to the notebook and I go, that dude just gave me a fucking joke by mistake. And I write it down, the notes, and I try to make it funny. And then on top of all that, I look at the other notebook and I go, holy shit, I got to call Andrea.
I think that's brilliant because here's an issue I have. You were big on me for a while to make sure you tweet and Facebook at least once a day. Like I've been trying to get better at it. So in the mornings I sit down and I try to think about what I want to say. But a lot of times if I'm stuck on what I want to say, I'll just sit there and do nothing. And you've said it forever to have 2 notebooks, have
Get
a
up,
couple
take
things
a shower.
open.
Get up, take a shower. Once you're dead, you're dead. You're in no position to sit anywhere for a fucking hour. You're 26 years old. You can't sit there staring out into the world looking like a fucking Momo. You got to get up and right there when you stall, go in the shower. Right there when you stall, you should be hitting the balcony, hitting that pipe,
Okay.
and shooting into the shower. And by the time you get out of the shower, you'll have something to say. And you just did 3 birds with 1 stone. That's how productive you were, all in one fucking loop. So you get up from the computer, go in the bathroom, put the hot water on only. That's it. Hot water on only. Close that fucking door. Go out to that backyard and hit that motherfucker tutsuruts. Put that down and go in there now and put the cold water on so the fucking floor gets nice and hot for your feet. And now you get in there and you got steam to open up your pores, and then you put the cold water on. Fuck you and your drought. If it takes 8 minutes to smoke the bowl, it takes 8 minutes. If it takes 10 seconds, whatever. It looks like fucking some hippie don't take a shower today. Big deal. He ain't missing water. So by the time you go back in there in 8 minutes, it's steamed.
Right.
You go in there, you get your fucking loofah, you could shave, do everything in one fucking shot. And usually, if you have the smoothie early, by the time you're doing the Twitter, you got a shit. So now you smoke dope, you sit on the throne, it's steamy in there. The problem with hot air and shit is it thickens in there. It's not good. It lurks in there like a fucking herpes. It lurks. It smells for a little while. But you flush it, you give that fucking shit water, you let the hot water turn cold for a minute, and now you killed 8 birds with 1 stone. You fucking smoked, took a shit, made a smoothie, showered, shaved, shampooed, you put cream on your legs, you cleaned out your ears with the Q-tips, you put Visine in your eyeballs so nobody knows you're fucking stoned. You know, your Listerine, you know. This is all right there. By the time I get out of the shower, my clothes are on the fucking bed, Lee. I already got the clothes. On the way in to smoke, that's what I did. I took a pair of shorts out, socks, and I throw them across to the fucking bed. That's productivity in your fucking day.
I think multitasking has got a bad rap recently.
Who gives a fuck? Ain't got a bad rap who? By fucking people who are lazy. That's not multitasking. That's being productive. That's not going any direction without an empty hand. That's what that's called. Not making a move without an empty hand. Why am I making this move all the way over there without an empty hand for? What can I take to the fucking kitchen? This glass that's been sitting here for 3 fucking weeks?
Right, yeah.
So now I got a plan. As soon as I got up, I got a fucking plan. I'm going to go into that kitchen, eat, whatever, boom, back to the bathroom, put the hot water on, out, smoke, go back, shit, boom. By the time I get out, clothes, everything's ready to go. That's called productivity. And if you can't do that in your house, how the fuck are you going to do it at work?
Right. How are you going to do it at work?
Who the fuck says multitasking is multitasking? Because I'll tell you what happens to people. A, they multitask without a list. Like my wife. They multitask without a list, or being prepared for that multitask.
Why is the list so important?
Because it follows you. You follow to the blueprint. So it makes the multitask a lot fucking easier. What do you think? I could just juggle 3 fucking balls? No, but if I write every move, if I know every move when I get up, that multitask, I just saved fucking 2 hours of labor.
And is it because people get like, they're like, oh, I'm so busy, I can't spend 10 minutes and write a list, but that list would save them 3 hours?
That list is what you do at night before you go to bed, or that morning while you're drinking your coffee. Again, you're multitasking. You're not just sitting there. You ever see people drink coffee and smoke a cigarette and look out into the horizon?
You don't sit on your balcony?
No, I always wanted to see somebody just a bullet go into their head and they fall backwards. If you're sitting there, even the fucking, like, I don't know nothing about nothing, dog. I don't know nothing about nothing. But I did know one thing. When I started doing comedy, I would wake up in the morning and I'd be angry.
Okay.
And sometimes I'd be sad, and sometimes I'd be anxious. I don't know. This happened like in 1994. And one day I shoplifted a notebook. I don't fucking know. And I woke up every morning and I wrote Tuesday, June 21st. By this time, I wasn't even sharp enough to write "It's a beautiful day to be alive." I would say it to myself from time to time, but I didn't believe it, you know? And I would just write what I woke up with. Oh, my God, Lee, when you read that notebook a week later, you're just draining what's in there. Cut to 2 years later, I'm dating this chick, and she's telling me about the writer's way or whatever. And that's what they're supposed to do in the morning. I didn't cheat. I didn't copy from them. I was doing this 2 years before I met this fucking broad.
So you just write all the thoughts that were in your head from the night before? Yeah. Okay.
And those thoughts turn into your schedule. So how many thoughts you got? I want to fuck Paula. I got to take Finny to the cat. I got to do something about my mom, and I got to do something about my dad, you know. I got to do this, I got to do that. And then all of a sudden you write another line and go, okay, what time is it? And you're still drinking your coffee. You're still drinking your coffee. Now, you already should have the anchors for your day. You should have had an anchor in there written on Sunday. There's got to be something in there for Thursday when you open up that notebook that you wrote in there on Sunday. It's got to be an anchor.
What if you have nothing? What do you put down?
You better put down fucking you're going to do something. What the fuck are you going to do? You better put something down. There's got to be something you could fucking do.
So even if it's on an appointment, just
I
do
put
something.
12 o'clock BJJ.
Okay, got it.
If there's nothing on that fucking list, I put 12 o'clock BJJ. And you put right 1 hour. You could do that. And you look around your room. There's got to be something you could fucking do to fix your desk or to make yourself more efficient. So if you don't have something, you give yourself something. Well, from 9 to 5, you never have the power to watch TV. Or that's for amateurs. 8 to 6, that's for fucking news. That's it. From 8 to 5, you better find something to fucking do. There's something everybody can do. What the fuck are you giggling about? Nobody.
Why did you like him? What did he do?
He did an error.
I knew a second ago, but now keep going from where you told it, because then
Okay. You know that little forehead you got?